Sure does. Esther, your Labor government has battled for a long time with this invasion of illegal immigrants, boats and boats and boats load coming over, and some ridiculous story. I mean, I saw one the other day, that alleged Islamic Iranian terrorists were actually housed as illegal immigrants in a house provided by taxpayers. Really crazy stuff. The government has now finally acted, taken a big stick, it says, to immigration. Migrants will be told they've got to spend a decade in Britain before they can apply for citizenship. Stricter English language requirements and many fewer immigrants, although they won't say quite how few. How big is this?
Well, it's definitely a shift in the Overton window. I mean, for Keir Starmer to say something like, the increase in the population doesn't necessarily mean economic growth, and to say that mass migration is turning Britain into an island of strangers is a huge admission for him. The question is whether anyone believes it. I mean, this is the same man who said he's going to stop the boat and smash the gangs, and yet, shy of a year into his premiership, they're coming stronger than ever. This, and you rightly say, invasion of predominantly men of working age coming across these boats, coming from France, claiming that France is some sort of, terrorist hellscape. And he hasn't been able to smash the gangs. I mean, the idea of even smashing a gang that's making upwards of £1 million of the illegal smuggling of people is ludicrous, because just like the drugs trade, you smash one and another one will take its place. It's actually to make the country less attractive, like the Australians did, that our government actually hired consultants from Australia to try and get us to do. And yet the successive government decided to squander that. So again, not many people believe him because he's had a lot of time to do the talking, particularly in opposition. And, 10 months into his premiership, it has been extremely disappointing. He's talking about renting private accommodation for illegal migrants instead of putting them up in hotels. Now, the hotels was controversial enough, but actually telling local Brits that they will now have to compete with the housing supply with illegal migrants who have really no reason to be here is a complete insult. And so many people are thinking, well, you're saying one thing and doing another.
Esther, I don't know whether you've had the same phenomenon there as here, but here, a decade ago or whatever, 15, whatever, saying no to immigrants, to illegal immigrants was racist, and now the left has embraced it too. So it just proves the adage for me that the difference between a conservative and someone of the left is simply time. Wait long enough and tomorrow's racist act will become necessary now. Is that what is happening in Britain, where you've now got a Labor government saying we've got to crack down on immigration?
Absolutely. And I think a lot of credit can actually be given to Blue Labour, which is the kind of more traditional working class, sort of 1970s throwback faction of the Labour Party, saying, hey, you used to be the party of the working class. If you have loads of people entering our work market, you drive down wages, you're hurting, the working class the most. And these policies are destroying the fabric of this country. There's no social trust. You have strange men, leering and sort of just hanging around schools, primary schools. There have been rumors and police reports of these kinds of strange men just hanging around schools. And we know that these kinds of topics are very sensitive, because when the grooming gang scandal came out, it turns out that there were MPs back in the early 2000s that said, hello, we've had reports of strange men, predominantly of a particular origin, hanging around schools, primary and secondary schools, trying to pick up young girls. So again, is this actually going to lead to some changes? Yep. We don't know, but we know that Reform has made the message very, very loud and clear.
Esther Krakue, always great to talk to you. Thank you.